Optimus423 with another review, and this time around I'm going to be concentrating on the Super Sentai Gokaioh series. We're going to be taking a look at the main Megazord and all the auxiliary Zords that you can buy also with it. I am missing one. It is from the RPM series, or the no, I don't want to say, I don't know the technical Japanese name for it, but for us Americans it's the RPM series. It's the Mach Falcon, which is maybe about his size of a Indy Formula 1 car. That is about $100, and from everyone's review that I've watched, they said it's really not worth buying for $100. So maybe in the future, like late future, I will be purchasing that, but only if it's like at a really good price and under like maybe $70. Basically, when I paid for him, I would pay for the Mach Falcon too. But right now, this is all I got, and I'm quite satisfied with this collection right now. And I just want to share it with you guys. And I first want to say, this series is going to be this is their 35th anniversary series. Hence why we have the Hurricane Rangers, the Geki Rangers figures right there, or the Ranger keys right there. I do not have a Mobile, nor do I have the Super Megaforce Henshin or Murpher, which is going to be on my list definitely. Those two things right there definitely are on my list to get next. But yeah, we'll be doing reviews over the span of the next couple days of these guys, so hope you guys enjoy. Let's take a look at these guys. Okay, so to start off the review of this series, first we got to start off the Megazord. And I kind of did the smart yet geeky, nerdy way, and I went and bought the Magi Dragon and Gokaioh combo set from eBay. Or was it eBay? I do believe so. I do believe the so I purchased him was through eBay. Honestly, this is a South Korean. These are South Koreans symbols. These I think this is the only one that had that, was a South Korean one. If I will definitely correct that later. But right now we have the side view, which just has the different names. We have the captain. I guess for this is their thing is the captain. But you have the Gokai Galleon, Gokai Jet, Gokai Trailer, Gokai Marine, Gokai Racer, and then you have the Magi Dragon, which I'm going to refer it to the Japanese because the majority of the auxiliary Zords are Japanese. I know I should be mixing up the things, but it's what I can afford. And then you take all 6 of these with the Magi Dragon expansion, and you get whatever that, Captain Dragon, whatever. Just go with it, or Gokai Dragon combo. No idea. I don't know what it's called, really. So, here's a back view. Gets a little specs about the different vehicles and the Gokaioh, and the different functions with the popping out of everything, the cannons, blah blah blah. Then you put the Magi Dragon in, fold it up, and stick it inside of them. That's what you get. That's what it comes with. A bunch of warnings. Can't read it because I don't speak South Korean, nor do I read it. What it comes with, boom boom boom, combine. Everything pops out. Top view, nice little shot of them together, just like the front art. Bottom art, you have the Gokai Red with the Magi, I guess the Mystic Force Red. I don't know what they're called in Japanese, I apologize. Mystic Force Red. And there you go. Which is a nice touch, is that they show the corresponding Ranger. I think it's always on the bottom side of the boxes. I do believe that's how they do it. But it's pretty nice. I haven't watched Mystic Force, either that or the Japanese version of that. My next one after the Kyoryuger series is definitely Gokaioh, so that's on my list. So let's take a look at the Megazord real quick. Okay, so we have the Gokaioh. I'm gonna do a pan upwards there, and here we have the Gokaioh. We have the Gokai Marinin, the trailer, which is basically a semi-trailer, even though he does look like a treasure chest right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And he has a peg leg. Since we're down here, we're going to talk about this. He has kind of like a peg leg to try to keep him up. Then we have the Gokai Jet. We have the Gokai Formula, which is like a mini version of the Gokai Racer, I'm sorry. Then we have the Galleon, which is all 4 of these are stored inside of. So it's pretty cool. Pirate theme for Super Sentai, kind of nice, kind of different. Definitely is a different take on the traditional, animals and cars and dinosaurs type things we've had for many years. But Pirate is a nice twist, especially with what he can do. Now, by himself, he is a pretty formidable opponent, much like any Megazord is. He has 2 Pirate Cutlass swords, much like the Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You have 2 swords. Both can fit in either corresponding hand. If you go for the this side right here, it goes to your blue hand, which I will show you, like that. And then for the right hip sword, pop that out, and it goes to the green, the racer hand. There you go. And so now he's a dual-wielding buccaneer and pirate captain. No, wait. Oh, this is a, I do believe this is an admiral hat, actually. He's a captain of 5 things, so this is an admiral hat, which, if you take that off, he's got a, I don't know if you can see it from here, but I'll zoom in. I'll set that down. Zoom in. He has a little bit of hair detail right there, and he has a bandana on, which is a nice little touch, nice little detail. You probably can see it from that way, but he has a little bandana. Most like all pirates have underneath their hat. It was their way of protecting their heads from the sun, so they don't get scurvy, I believe is the disease that they had at that time. Yeah. Oh, and we gotta show the back side because that is very important to the whole gokaioh series. Is the helm wheel on the back side of the Gokai Galleon. Now this bad boy, much like Hill, does turn. And if you heard that, you noted, well, you probably heard that click. That was all the compartments popping open, and it does, rotate. You can go either way. You go like this and go around clockwise, or if you just want like one quick action, you have to go to the left a little bit, and you do all at once. So I'm not going to. You guys have probably seen this, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise of what happens if I didn't give it away already. So yeah, that is the helm, and this is it going to, well, looking at him, going to the right. Everything, well, arms were up. Everything pops up. And in the show, all these compartments on the arms and legs fill up with cannonballs, and then with his cannon, he just unloads the whole payload, and that's his normal finisher, was just a cannonball barrage, I believe that's what it's called. Now, closing all these up, now that is going this way, going towards the green. Now if we go towards blue here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't see the, wait. Alright, let's do this right. We did 1, 2, 3, not much power behind that. 4, and then of course 5. That's how they do in the show. They do it one by one. I guess maybe like in the beginning of the show, unless they like maybe farther in the show, they would probably do it all at once, just like a quick attack. But that's the basic gist of the Megazord himself. I really think he's pretty cool. The size comparison. Let's take Tommy here. Is going to be our volunteer. So yeah, he comes about a little underneath the knee of the Megazord itself. Excuse me, need a little drink. And so he's not like the American size, which I think the American size, he comes right about here. So you have about that much difference, maybe a little higher, like here, maybe that much difference of the Japanese version or South Korean version compared to the American version, which as soon as I get that guy, I will be doing a review of him to compare what we have here and the American version. And I'm going to, give me 1 second, I'm going to take him down to the vehicle forms, and so I can show you individually what they look like. Okay, so I have broken them down to their individual vehicle form, and obviously they are some tributes to different various series in the past. Obviously, like I said, this is their 35th anniversary, so they're going to have some tributes. Let's start with the Gokai Mariner. A little bit of pink on top. I'm going to take it. That's what the only spot. Everything else is white and black. She does have wheels. Her face reminds me of a Digimon. You know, kind of like a Digimon / alien, because you can't see the face. But I do believe the cockpit for her is right up here. Like any other submarine. You hear that? It's right here, 1 and 2. There's no definition. She does have turbines. There's a couple torpedo tubes right here. Other side, it's the same thing. Turbine, torpedo tubes. The gokaioh symbol, the pirate with the, let's see, get a good shot of that. As you can see, there are 2 cutlasses and then a ranger key. I don't know if you can see that, but that's actually a ranger key. That's not a skull. Alright, we'll do this aside. That's actually a little better. Maybe. There we go. You can see that's a ranger key. And I'm going to take a Geki White here for a second and show you what I mean. Okay. Yeah, so that symbol is not supposed to be a crossbone. Alright, well, it's supposed to be a crossbone, but instead of a skull, it's just the ranger key. So, that's basically her. Nothing special, no. She rolls, and then her foot splits apart for the transformation purpose. That's about it. Which, I'm going to leave her over there. Tell me to watch out for her. Then we have Gokai Trailer, who is a semi-trailer with the wooden look. She does, have, let's see, 3, 5, 10, 11 wheels on them. You can detach the cab of it and roll individually, but the trailer just kind of pops right there. You do have to separate them to combine them or make them to a foot. Obviously, the driver's seat is right here with the, again, seriously, it's a treasure chest, because there's the lock and the wooden feel, the shape. So interesting with that. I think the tribute for this would be RPM, no, SPD, because I do believe the green SP Ranger, his thing was a trailer too. I think that might be the tribute for that, so don't quote me on that. That's just a educated guess. Okay, and to get back here. Again, like, there's a peg here, and then a slot right there, so you have to... We'll just do it this way, because I'm trying to do this with one hand. You do have to plug it into those two to get the left foot. We'll set her to the side, and then we're going to do Gokai Racer, which is a smaller version of the Formula 1 racer, hence the fenders in the front. Not much to them. Transformation-wise, mostly it's just his wheels. You do both wheels there. There you go. Really can't drive in like that, but Oh, he also got pop the fist up, which they tried to hide it amongst the nose of it, but you can still see it very much. Because are you doing like a maybe 5-degree pop up? Not much coloring to him, just silver, green, black. Cockpit is right here, obviously for the driver's seat. On the back side, you get the symbol itself. That's about it. I don't know if this is a cannon when he's in arm form. Be pretty cool to have a plasma cannon right there. I don't know. It might be a cannon when he's in vehicle form too. Who knows? But that's basically him for his left arm mode. Pop it in there. Set him aside. Then we have the Gokai Jet, which is the carrier of the Admiral helmet with the 6 cannons right there. This is actually probably one of the second most complicated one. I'm going to set Galleon off to the side for a second because I want to point some stuff out. Gokai Jet here has lasers here. He has a main front cannon, which I don't know if he uses like a pistol in Robot Megazord form. Cockpit is right here. The little detailing to the windows on the side. Try to get it to where you can see it. There, right there. There's one window. And he also has these 10... Oh, well, technically not. So that's 8 cannons. 5 here, and then 3 on the other side. Then lasers there. His hand, really can't... They've tried a good job to blend that into the cannon, but can't really do so much. Engine port. Wings do fold down for arm mode. And also, he does have retractable wheels. Nice little touch. But he still has the 2 up front, which, you can't do much about that. They're doing a very good job of trying to give us more with the Zords. The only thing I'm not seeing is any chrome on the Zords. Any of the Zords, really. The only chrome I might see is on Pat's Striker, and that's on his wheels. That's about it. I mean, he's got probably the best paint job I've seen. More metallic than anything else. There's that, but for transformation purposes, you take the Admiral hat off, set it aside, and then you have him fold the wings down, and you have him in arm form, which we're going to set to the side now. Back up a little bit, and then we have the Galleon / headquarters for the Gokai Rangers. This is the, Gokai Red's ship. I think his name is Marvelous, I believe, Captain Marvelous. This thing's actually pretty much a beast. I mean, you have the ram, you have the cutlasses become right. This is also another ram for like higher things, but this is for damage underneath the boat. Learned that in Black Flag. Then you've got cannons up in the front. You got the anchor right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, nice little detail on the anchor. Symbol. Then you got the arm ports, which you can't hide those. Then you got these cannons right here. You've got the wing stabilizers. Backside, you've got, well, I guess you could say these are the engines in vehicle form. It's just this thighs. Spring around town. Similar size, similar. Actually, the exact same thing. And up top, you have 3 sails. Waist area. The main sail, which does rotate. That's transformation purposes only. You can't fold it down, you fold it back. You can fold this around, and kabam! You have the chest piece and waist piece. Now he does have 10 mortars. Mortar shot is for long range, going like if you want to just take out a ship from long distance without damaging your vessel or crew, you would use the mortar shots to bring death from above, which is actually pretty effective. Like I said, Black Flag. On top, you have the deck. And I do believe the cockpit actually is all the way back here in the captain's quarters. Yeah, that's about right. And with the like I said earlier, that I do believe the Zords come out from the middle right here. This area is where they're held down in the hold of the ship. Oh, he just have the 2 front lasers right here too. So forget about that. We do have the peg system where you go like this, and these little pegs right here activate the pegs inside. I don't know if you can see it. There's a peg right there. A peg inside of it that activates the push button for the trapdoor on the arms and legs. So yeah, that's about it. I definitely. Oh wait, Magi Dragon. Okay. I'm going to take a moment to put these guys back together in the gokaioh mode, and then we're going to talk about the Magi Dragon. Okay, so we have it back in gokaioh mode, and I'm just going to focus on this part right here, because before you attach any of the auxiliary Zords to the gokaioh, you need to do one thing, and that involves the cannon. Not too far out. When I combine it, I kind of like to take this part right off right here. It snaps off. Just give it an easy tug right here. So it kind of makes it more look show accurate. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is this piece right here is a lever to release your cannon. So you can implant the auxiliary Zord into the chest piece. Now, I don't know if you remember in the box I showed you, but also the pieces fit in here. So let's just go ahead and just open all those up. And I will use the Mariner because she's white. You see that black peg right there? That is where you plug in. Well, you plug into the peg above, but this black thing is actually a button to release the parts that you plug into it, which is right here and there and there, and this one is underneath the tire, so it'll be right there. So all those pieces, including this lever right here, release whatever auxiliary Zord you have inside of them, so you won't damage your figure in any form or way, which is a nice little thing. Somebody was thinking ahead about that. So we have him, well, basically naked. Everything is exposed. So let's just take a look real quick at the Magi Dragon. Now, Magi Dragon is basically the dragon from Mystic Forest Rangers. All of them combined into one dragon, because you have the well, I guess that's a Red Ranger. You have the Minotaur parts, his feet, the M on his chest. You have the Griffin wings. I do believe the neck was the Pink Ranger, and then obviously Red Ranger would be controlling the dragon. Size comparison, a little bit. He's pretty small. Obviously, he's got to fit inside the Megazord. Excuse me. So yeah, he's pretty small. Little guy. You can buy him individually if you want to, but I did the combo. So it would be a little easier to get a hold of. Now, to prep him for the combining, you pop the wings off, and they just kind of separate. You can fold them down like this, but they won't stay together, so you just might want to hold off on the wings. You take his tail, pop that off, and separate them. There. And make sure you want to look at all the arrows on all of them. Yellow, pink, green, and then blue. And then you just want to make sure you get them all in the right spot. And then, of course, when you take the main body of him, you want to fold the head in, like basically have his hands holding his face, close the mouth, of course, and then fold the ears back like this, and then pop in like that, so his nose is actually sticking out of his between his legs. Yeah, between his legs. And then, of course, there's the red arrow pointing out. Pointing up to make sure this is the top, and it goes inside the gokaioh. Gokaioh. Cut that out. Let's definitely cut that out. So, what we're going to do is, again, he is naked. He basically has nothing in him. So we're going to take the wing. This is go to the green side, and you're going to take the wing, fold it down, fold it like that, and then you're going to match that little piece right there. Actually, no. This little piece right here to that peg right there. Sorry, I had to find it. You hear a click, and then you want to close it. So keep the surprise inside of it, because these are spring loaded. And then we're going to do the same thing with the blue side. Fold it down like this, over, snap it in, and keep it in there. Then, well, since we're up here, I'm going to take the body, and I'm just going to close. Actually, I'm going to need that chest piece again, because that kind of activates it. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but those pieces right here, actually, when you close him, it will activate the spring loaded, because if not, you try to open it, it'll just stay like that. So that's actually one of the few that you need the chest piece. So now it's activated. And then we're going to take this down to the legs pieces. So we've got the yellow, which is yellow is pretty much easy. You just pop it in, and it just kind of sits there. So close that again with the yellow, hold that up, pop it in, and there you go. So I'm gonna kind of go out a little farther out so we can get the whole guy. Alright, there we go. And so we're going to do 1, 2. Really gotta work on that. 3, 4, and then 5. And now your gokaioh can fly. And you also have Dragon Fire from Magi Dragon there. So now he can fly and attack airborne enemies. And that's basically the first auxiliary set he gets. So it's pretty cool. I like the gimmick. I like how they intertwine the past series with the new one. And with all the new stuff, you can have the gokaioh symbol with the keys. Like I said, it's Ranger keys, it's not a skull. And I think I'm going to be doing, I think the next one is Pat Striker. Obviously, it's the SPD. So I'll be doing that next. Yeah, so I'm going to upload this to the computer, and we'll get this going. Do I recommend buying this? Yes. All Power Ranger fans, Super Sentai fans, if you do not own this right now, what is wrong with you? This is almost as awesome as actually getting the Gal Megazord. You know, almost as awesome as getting that. I mean, there's no metal parts, there's no electronics. It's all basically done by the little peg system in the back. No electronics on here. Most of the electronics are actually from Gal Lion and Pat Striker. I think Mock Falcon also has electronics too. But there's no chrome on it. It's just kind of I actually kind of like, you know, little chrome on it. The paint job is pretty good. Basic colors, no metallic painting really, and any parts of him other than the mortar shots. Oh, there's only 8. I'm sorry, I think I said 10 earlier. Oops, I can't count. Maybe the cannons, the Vulcan cannons, and the mask. Yeah, I think that's about it actually. So basic colors, nothing really, and this is where you stick the cutlasses on either hip right here. It's kind of got a peg. I don't know if you can see that right there that you plug in, and there's a peg that holds it in, so it's not just like pressure, but it's actually something that's holding it in there. Magi Dragon, basically red. He's got a little silver paint. That's a nice little touch. I'm really curious of how the America Bandai Bandai America is going to screw this up, because this is a great series, and I've already seen the Megazord for Super Mega Force, and it's really small, and I just really think they're just cheaping us out on that. But again, definitely pick this guy up. Definitely pick it up, and I don't know if I want to collect a lot of these Ranger keys. Like I said, I only got the Geki Ranger and then the Red Hurricane Ranger. Yeah, I think I said that right. Because he came with the Green Ninja, or Green Ninja guy. I think that's the only 6 I have. I definitely want Abba Ranger and then Gyro Ranger. And maybe like the actual not Geki Ranger, gokaioh Rangers, especially the 6th one and the Anchor, and maybe a couple of the 6 Rangers. But I'm not going to collect the whole thing. Good Lord, that's a lot. I mean, some of those guys I don't even know who they are. Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to get into this collection. Definitely pick this up. Definitely try to collect the Zords as best you can. I would say start small. My first one I bought was obviously this, but Pat Striker, maybe $20. Gal Lion was about maybe 60. The Green Ninja was about maybe about $25-$30, and then the 6 Ranger Zord was probably about 60 himself too. He's also South Korean, so I actually bought him first because of the fact that he's a giant T-Rex. So I kind of did it backwards, but it's okay. So definitely try to pick these up. If you have any comments, please leave them down at the thing for me. I would love to hear from you guys, all 80 of my subscribers, and thank you so much for, I believe I have over 3,000 views. Thank you guys so much for that. I know I'm not Optibotimus or EVA Unit 4A, which, thank you guys, by the way, if you're listening to this. You guys are actually kind of inspired me to do this. I know I'm not professional, I'm just kind of an amateur. And just help me out. I'm still trying to learn. If you guys have any tips or comments, please let me know. I'm still trying to learn how to use the system of iMovie. Apparently, Apple likes to screw with us and update it in the middle of the part where I'm actually getting good at the program, and then it just screws it up. That's kind of the reason why I haven't been making any videos, because of the fact that I just get so frustrated and I just turn away and just go play League of Legends or Minecraft. So, anyways, this is Optimus 423, signing off.